All right, so hey, welcome everybody back to the Sustainiacs. I don't know what episode it is. I don't care.
It doesn't really matter.
Does it matter that we were numbering it before?
Nah.
It's kind of like my age. People say, hey, happy birthday. How old are you? And I'm like, if you want to count the number of times I've gone around the sun, go for it.
Yeah, it's not too, it's not
I really don't
doing you
understand
any
how
good.
that became relevant to anybody.
No, it doesn't really do you any good. That's it. It's just a number.
Back when we used to have to measure where the sun was to figure out when to harvest everything and all that kind of stuff, that made sense to me. Why people measured everything by the solar changes. And
Well, you had to
movements
know
of
when
the
trick or
solar
treat
system.
was coming and Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't have
that kind of the
you didn't
important
have a
stuff.
watch to tell you, right? Or a computer, or a cell phone.
Right, exactly.
It's unbelievable. My son said, "Hey, you really should get on TikTok and stuff." And I said, "Well, I'm going to get on TikTok, but we've got a Facebook page, and I'm putting Sustainiacs on a Facebook page and all that kind of stuff." And he goes, "Facebook page? That's your generation." I was like, "What do you mean it's my generation?" He goes, "You grew up with Facebook." I said,
Yeah.
Let me clue you in there, bro.
Dude.
I grew up on black and white TV.
Yeah, no doubt.
There was
Yeah.
no Facebook.
Yeah,
That
the
crap.
earliest thing I ever got involved with on the computer now that nobody even talks about is MySpace.
Oh, I remember MySpace.
Nobody even talks about MySpace.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
Gone with the wind.
Yeah. But anyways, hey, he's Bruce Bennett. I'm Mike Vincent. Bruce Bennett at you want to go to Hot Rod's Guitars. We
Yeah.
gave you the number at the beginning of the show, and it'll be there again at the back of the show. You can check them out, and on Reverb, right?
That's great. Hot Rods
Those are the
Guitar
two
Shop.
best places because you're pulling out or you're rebuilding building hard roads, right?
Right. We're building Hard Roads guitars. We're also involved in trying to build a website and
Right.
Create a new Hot Rods guitar website as well. So it'll take us a while.
So
to get
Hot
that
Rods is going to stay around too.
Hot Rods is the actual name of the shop.
Okay, so I got
Hard
you.
Road.
So the Hard Roads is the line. Is
Hard
the line
Roads
of
is
guitars,
a line of guitars that are being built
Right.
in our shop.
which we have featured a few of those before. You can see the telly just behind, or not the telly, the Strat right behind Bruce's head, and there's a great one that
There's an
I
LP
keep
behind
calling the
you.
Mustang all the time back here, but it's not. It's an LP, and we featured those before, and we will again. But yeah, and you can check me out at ocean7music.com, right? So, and that's going well. Things are going well. We can catch up with that a little bit later in the show. But ocean7music.com, cleaning
Well, how's
oceans,
it-
fighting poverty, and melting
Yeah,
faces.
Oh, absolutely
Let's talk
not.
about something cool.
Disclaimer that right away.
Let's
We don't
go.
have-
Let's go shallow.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
get.
No
Let's go
problem.
from deep to shallow. Here is this. No, wait. This is
Where do
pretty.
we go?
this is
Oh,
pretty
yeah, let's go.
Is this
Yeah.
pretty shallow?
Yeah, that's pretty shallow.
It's pretty damn shallow. Isn't
Okay.
It? All right.
Have you ever?
Check this
do
out.
you remember the 5, 6, 7, 8s?
No, no.
Okay.
I did
or the
not.
movie,
I do not.
The movie Kill Bill.
Kill Bill, yes.
Okay. The girl, the Japanese girl band.
Okay.
Okay. In
They were called
movie,
the 5, 6, 7, 8s.
The 5, 6, 7, 8s. They did the woo hoo woo hoo hoo
Yeah, yeah,
song.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
everybody likes that. This guitar is pretty much, not exactly, but it's very close to what she actually played. It's the same color. It has that same metal, device down here where all the electronics are
Right,
located.
right.
This was made in Japan by Matsumoku in the late 60s, early 70s. Very cute little guitar. It actually says Japan on the neck plate. It's the only thing it says on the neck plate. Is Japan.
It just says Japan.
Yeah, and it has that surfy, boxy sound that you hear when you listen to the 5, 6, 7, 8s.
So it would it's like a tornadoes. You know the tornadoes, surfing tornado and stuff like that.
I'm not positively sure I do, but there's
Pulp Fiction type of thing.
that wouldn't
anyways.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if
Yeah, I mean like a
Quentin
surfer,
Tarantino did
surfer,
both those movies, so it wouldn't surprise
like a
me, yeah.
surfer type of tune, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if he went that way with both movies.
Yeah, exactly. Tarantino. Yeah, it is a very cool guitar. So is it? I mean, is
We just went through it.
was it a cheap just became
was-
cool or what?
It was an inexpensive brand for the time period, and they were sold in the States.
Total
they were sold
hollow
in
body.
Japan. Yeah, total hollow body.
What's your take on the quality of these?
Oh, it's late 60s, early 70s Japanese quality. It's not top. You know, it's definitely not top, but it's probably maybe, stone's throw from the bottom.
Okay, you can see it from there.
Yeah,
It's not on the bottom, but you
from
can
there.
see
Yeah,
it.
it's not on the bottom, but it's real close.
But it is.
But
I
they
mean, it is
have
cool.
this-
The
they
difference
have
is,
this
as you were telling me
charm.
before, is that the one that she played in the movie was a single pickup.
Yeah, it is a single pickup instead of a double. This is a double pickup, but it still has that same cool tone. You know, you can't miss that tone.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just pull up that song, you know,
A
and
Crestwood. People take a look at Crestwood. So they can pick this up for what, $2-3
no, you can remove a zero.
grand? I got you. Before or after the decimal?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up on Reverb.
Are you?
Probably you know, somewhere in the.
I mean, this thing is in
three-
the, for so this is 50 years old, 60 years old,
Oh yeah, every penny.
and
of
it
yeah.
is in amazingly good shape.
Yeah, it's not bad
There's
shape.
nothing on here that I wouldn't say was just a normal. Okay, somebody dinged it here or there.
Hey, it's a
There's a little bit
player's
of-
guitar.
It-
We've
it
been through the
is.
electronics and made sure everything's working and functioning, and you know, we're looking around for some vintage knobs for it right now. But other than that, that's gonna be a cool
And it
little
calls the
guitar for
pickups
somebody.
mics.
Yeah, it does. This is
It
my-
says mic 1 and mic 2 on electronics.
Yeah, it's your guitar.
Well, it's spelled wrong, but yeah, it's close.
It's close. It's Japanese spelling.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah. That is tremendous. I love it, yeah. But this is a cool little guitar, man.
It'll be fun for somebody.
It would be a lot of fun for somebody looking for a specific tone. This would be one that you would pull out and play, man.
Absolutely.
And why would you change it?
You
Because
wouldn't.
you might screw something up.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to change that.
Yeah,
That's
if you
just-
upgrade this and do something, you've ruined a tone of a 60-year-old relic, really.
you would.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. This is one where somebody
No,
comes in and
that's
says,
a-
hey, will you redo this thing? And you say,
That's
you
a
need to...
special. That's a special color that the right artist needs to use to paint with.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
not your regular old red, white, or black or some standardized stuff. That's chartreuse mauve with a hint of something.
That is super cool, man. All right, what are we talking about today, man? Are we talking about guitars and all that other kind of stuff today? or
Well,
what
I
were
thought we
doing?
might go into a little bit of a glossary lesson. You know, where
Is my English that bad? Am I that
no,
confusing?
no. But I did notice something kind of silly.
Okay,
In one of the
let's hear it.
episodes, you actually specifically mentioned, and you were talking about a lipstick pickup.
Yeah.
But you were referring to a telly neck pickup, which is not a lipstick pickup.
Then why do I think it is?
I'll tell you why. The original.
I didn't make that up.
No, I know you didn't, and
Okay.
it's not made up. But there's people get this stuff wrong.
I
because they
got a
don't
B
know.
on that
There's
show.
no
You
glossary.
can't go back and regrade me. You can't lower my grade. You give me a B.
Well, I'm not
Keep-
trying to. It's just that
Something
I
just
noticed things.
flew out of your hand.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all good. So
I'm usually the one who goes,
That-
"Well, what is this?" He goes, "That's very rare." And I go, "Oh, I know
Oops.
where it went." Oops.
oops, just dropped $500,000.
So this is an actual lipstick?
No,
No,
that
this is the
an
telly.
actual Telecaster.
Okay, yeah. This is
Notice
exactly
how
what
the
I
top
have.
of it's flat.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
This is a lipstick pickup. Granted, it's a reissue, but it's as close to the original as you can get that I've got laying around anyway that I can show you. Now you notice it's got a seam in the middle.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and it's completely round.
Because this mimics the originals. Did
Yeah,
you not tell us
right.
once on
Yeah.
the show? It might have been
I mean,
that
I-
show
I might
that
have.
the original was made out of lipstick.
Actual lipstick cases.
Yeah.
What happened was that Dan Electro, who designed and marketed the lipstick
Was
pickup.
his name Dan Electro?
No, his name was Dan Armstrong. But Dan Armstrong, there's
Yeah.
products called Dan Armstrong. So you have
Okay,
to,
you got to be
same guy.
Yep, you got
So you got to be careful.
There you go.
So
There's
the company
more
name
of the
was
lingo.
Dan Electro, right?
Yeah.
And that's why the details count, because when people talk about
They
this stuff,
do.
it's not hard to get people confused.
Your nuts are getting loose there, dude.
Dude, what do I, what else is new? A 58, what do you expect?
Let me tighten your nuts for you. There you go. They're so small, I don't want you to lose one.
Oh, man.
All right, go on with your story.
You can't win today. So, what happened was Dan Armstrong was looking for a way to make an inexpensive pickup.
Yeah.
He heard that a cosmetics company not far down the street from him was going out of business. He went up there and bid on all their lipstick tops. In the 1950s, lipstick cases had these bullet-shaped round tops.
Remember.
Pretty cool.
I remember.
But that company went out of business. He bought all of their cases, took them back to the shop, and figured out, well, if I put the slide the magnet and the coil in here, and then slide another one on, epoxy it all together, glue it together, we got a pickup.
All right.
And in a cool, simple, easy to build case, and then we just run a wire out and done.
Okay, so what is this?
Okay, that is a tele pickup. That the Telecaster pickup.
No. Is that the name of it, or now you
No,
just
that is a
leading us
Telecaster
astray
neck,
again?
No, that is a Telecaster neck pickup. It is not to be confused with a
With
lipstick.
anything else?
No, it's a Telecaster.
It's just a
neck
single
pickup.
coil pickup with a flat covering over it, is it
Right.
not?
Right, but
It's
see,
that
exactly with a metal cover.
with a
over it.
metal cover,
and
just
you
to
can
make it
see
look
the
better.
bottom of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm looking at it. I can see it because
Well, the
where I'm
lipstick
going
is
to is
completely
what the
encased.
hell's inside that? Because this ain't
Almost
fitting in
the
that.
same thing. It's almost the same.
It's got to
thing,
be a
it's just
pretty
smaller.
small single coil pickup in there
It
to
is.
fit inside that shape.
It's actually there's no bobbin, whereas this is a bobbin. Okay,
What's a bobbin? What do you mean bobbin?
All right, so the parts of a pickup are pretty straightforward, right?
Okay.
In a Strat type pickup, you have what's known as, we call it flat work. This is a piece of flat work. It's been punched out of a piece of vulcanized fiber card. The top piece is the same way, punched out with a piece of vulcanized fiber card. Then you have 6 magnets, and in this particular case, these are staggered, so they're varying lengths. Okay, and then on the bottom, they're pressed in and glued, and then the top is pressed down on top of it, and they put a spacer on both sides and press it down to a specific spacing that holds these apart.
Then they wind it.
That creates the bobbin. You put it on the winder, you wind it up.
So the whole structure is the bobbin.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. In this particular kind of pickup. In a humbucker, it's a little different.
Yeah.
You actually have a plastic bobbin, and
But
they
this
can
is-
wind that without the magnets being involved, or the
Okay.
slugs.
Yeah. So that in there is the same as one of these, but it's just scaled down to be able to fit inside that tube.
Well, the original ones were a little more interesting. What they did
Okay.
was they wound the bobbin, or they wound the coil on a frame, slid the coil off the frame, gave it a little twist, slid it in there into the tube, slid the magnet
So it
next
looked like
to it.
it looked like an infinity sign with a magnet next to it, kind of.
In a manner of speaking,
Like a figure of 8
Yeah,
almost.
a little bit of a twisted coil.
Yeah.
And then they slid it in there, and then slid the other one over the top. So there's nothing in there other than a magnet and a coil, and that's it.
That's interesting.
Cheap way to do it. Now, Dan Armstrong was a
badass.
sharp guy, man. He knew what to do, and these pickups have a sound of their own. They're not like that or this.
So if I see this on another guitar, it's still a tele pickup.
It is still a tele pickup.
Does anybody else make these? Says Fender.
Well, there's plenty of people who copy them, but
Yeah.
it's Fender's original design.
So it's
and
still a tele pickup.
still a tele pickup. You know?
There you go.
In
This
fact-
is not a lipstick.
In fact,
Pickup.
believe it or not, the Esquire does not have that pickup. It never did. And the Telecaster is the first guitar made with that pickup.
And Keith Richards
Well,
promptly
I
removed it.
have to yeah, he did. But I do have to revise that just a little bit. I forgot about the Broadcaster. For a very
Oh
short
yeah,
period of time,
yeah. That's
the
right. The
Broadcaster had that
broadcaster.
pickup as well.
There's a lock right there for a nut. I think that's what fell
Oh,
right here.
I don't think it's an issue too much.
No, but you never know. You may be putting together a guitar and go, son of a.
That's true. It could happen.
Okay, so lipstick. We've been educated on the lipstick
It's-
and where it came from. Again, a little deeper dive on that and stuff. That's cool.
Well, there's
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff. I love going through the different. What's a lipstick and what is this? And it's funny because I use a lot of the wrong terms, but you know exactly what I'm talking about because you hear people come in all the time.
Yeah, I hear it all the
and
time.
just say gibberish, and you're like, they must mean this.
yeah, well, it's part of my job to interpret some of that. Yeah. Trying to figure out what they're talking about.
Yeah, decipher exactly what. Because well, and that's true because people come in and say, "Hey, my guitar's doing this, this, and this," and I think it's that, and you're like, "No, it's actually
Yeah,
not
right,
the
yeah.
nut. It's actually you," which is in my case usually the case.
Sometimes that happens, you know,
Sometimes
pilot
that-
error.
Yes, sometimes that happens. But anyways, listen again. Bruce Bennett, Mike Vincent, we're the Sustainiacs. Catch Bruce at Hot Rod Guitars, right?
Hot
and
Rods
and
Guitars.
the number's coming up if you haven't caught it at the beginning, and also on Reverb, right? And man, Hard Road Guitars is a new line that he's got coming out, and they are badass. We'll feature a couple more. You can look at some other things, and we should do some just short little Hard hard road films.
Sure.
So people look at that stuff.
Yep.
You see the guy at Battle Axe. He finished that bass that we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
God, dude, check it out. It's
I'll
cool.
go look at it.
It is really cool.
Very
I asked him
awesome.
how much. I said how much for the same thing right-handed in Rasta colors. He said 800 pounds.
800 pounds. So
Yeah,
it's around
12
$1,300 bucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say about $1,200-1,300 bucks.
It's not bad.
No.
Oh wait a minute, in pounds. I don't know what the exchange rate is today.
No,
it could be as high as double.
Yeah,
I've seen
could
it
be as high as double, but still.
That's not bad.
I mean, because he's making that neck as well.
Yeah,
and we
well,
talked about that.
I've said
$700-800 for a custom guitar, bass,
handmade guitar, yeah.
but you're not making the neck.
Right.
It's
right,
going to be
right.
$1,900 to $2,000 making the neck as well. Bruce Bennett neck and body and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
stuff,
going
right?
to hit the 2,000 mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's we've got it and we've got to show it. Check me out at ocean7music.com. Also the Sustainiacs.